Good day, I'm Dr. Tafazo Chifamba. I'm the veterinary in charge of the FiVet laboratory. The importance of water quality is usually underestimated in pig production. Water is usually known as the forgotten nutrient. However, piglets can consume as much as 3 times more water than feed intake. And your sows can consume as much as 20 liters of water per day. Hence, it's important for your pigs to get good quality water from the beginning. Bacteria, viruses, and protozoa are some examples of microorganisms that can affect our water. Not all microorganisms are harmful, but if you have a high load of bacteria within your water, this can have a negative impact on pig production. For example, E. coli. E. coli can cause a condition known as colibacillosis in your pigs. E. coli, for example, in your neonates, that is those that are 4 days old, can result in scours that are grayish, whitish, or yellowish, and can result up to 56% of mortalities in our piglets. In pre-weaned pigs, that is from a week old up to just before weaning, these can result in scours, and your piglets can end up having hairy bodies or emaciation. Then, in post-weaning, that's when E. coli can really play a big role, because even in vaccinated mothers, when they are now weaned, these piglets no longer have any protection from the mother's milk, hence E. coli can take advantage. In these post-weaned piglets, you can have 2 conditions that can affect them. The first one can occur a few days just after weaning, where they'll have scours or diarrhea. This is due to a pathogenic form of E. coli known as ETEC or enterogenic E. coli. This E. coli, what it does is it gets into the body and goes to the small and the large intestines. When it goes to the small intestine, it adheres to the small intestines. When it does so, it then enters and multiplies within it and produces toxins. When it produces these toxins, known as exotoxins, these then cause the animal to produce excess water that enters into the small intestines of our piglets, which can be up to 40% of the body weight of the piglet. Also, the bacteria that would have entered the large intestines would also produce these exotoxins, which will make the piglet not be able to absorb this excess water that has been lost, with resultant diarrhea. Then the second condition that can affect our pigs, this can occur 2 weeks after weaning. This condition is known as edema disease. Edema disease occurs when your E. coli forms a type of toxin known as Shiga toxin. The Shiga toxin can work with other exotoxins and enter into the bloodstream in this case. When it enters the bloodstreams, it then goes to the arteries and causes damage to your blood vessels. When it causes damage to the blood vessels, it then causes excess fluid to be lost from these blood vessels. This excess fluid can enter the brain, which can cause the animals to have nervous signs, or it can cause sudden death in your animals, where there will be excess fluid that will be lost within the abdominal cavity and the thoracic cavity. Sometimes you can see this in animals that are chronically infected when they have swollen eyelids. Hence, it's important for farmers to test their water if they have microorganisms such as E. coli that could be affecting their pig production. So partner with FiVet for a profitable animal production.